the whole book takes place in the first 7 months. So it's from March 2020 through September 2020. So that's all pre-vaccine. People were dying a lot more, and it was a really scary time. In the beginning, in the first few months that the book covers, like we didn't even have tests. Masks were sort of still up for debate, for the first few months. It's really interesting looking back at when these poems were written, how we've moved. And I think that what you're talking about with the people not masking now, or it's kind of like a blasé attitude about it. It's all the things that you mentioned. It's fatigue. I think to a certain extent, it's denial. People wanting to be past it. I've noticed that often you'll hear people talking about the pandemic in the past tense, as if it doesn't exist anymore. I think the thing that we have moved past is we do have the vaccine now. We have treatments that work quite well. We've gotten some proportion of the population to buy into the idea of protecting each other and taking care of each other. Clearly not enough. I think I started writing them and thought I'll just write a crown of sonnets, which is generally 7. It was just kind of a play on the name Corona. I like to have a form when I'm writing. It helps to have kind of a form to fit the experience into, and a crown of sonnets seemed like the perfect thing. I was writing them kind of every day for the first month or so. I wrote the first 7 very quickly, and then it became clear that the pandemic wasn't going anywhere. It was going to continue, so I just kept writing them. Eventually, it became clear that it wasn't going to end. I thought, oh, maybe I'll just write them for a year, and then it'll be the year of coronavirus. But then it became clear that it wasn't going to only just be a year. It was going to be something that we were living with. And so then I kind of had to manufacture an ending or closure, but there wasn't really any closure. And the book, I don't think, really ends with closure. It ends with ends with a simile, which I feel like is appropriate and fitting.